Egbia. Oyra mi be nya de fia mi titi pe no pomo no popo. Tokede. Si jiwo dan kodo be. De fia de le tim kotu. Pe gbogbomo do pe yia. Apa ton le neji. Le nu fia la kple nu sron la wodo. Le English gbem. Le jove blave vo ne lia le pe. Akpe ve kple wi ashikiem.
Master, it's also exciting to see more and more public access TV outlets on Supreme Master Television.
Yeah, that's another joyful news that I enjoy very much. And I have to thank all your brothers and sisters out there, who try very hard to expand our horizon, expand our television network. And I'm so thankful to God for such a disciples like they are. Yeah, I'm very grateful to them. I'm sure these people will go to the newly created land when they go. They're worthy, yeah. And so are you.
Thank you, Master.
You work for the whole world. You help me to work for the whole world, and I will not let you down, okay?
Thank you, Master.
God will reward you richly, yeah.
Thank you, Master.
Through your master, perhaps. Through Tim Kutu. Any other question or opinion?
Yes, Master, you were talking about the land that Amitabha Buddha created. So the people who didn't get to see Master but sincerely pray and recite Amitabha Buddha, they can go to the land between 4th and 5th?
Yeah, that's according to Sakyamuni Buddha, yes.
Okay.
But they have to be really sincere and recite his name non-interruptedly.
Oh, wow.
Like they have nothing else in their mind except that names all day, all night, and really sincerely. And they have to even imagine what kind of land that is.
Right. Okay.
The Sakyamuni Buddha described that land with lotus and crystal pavement, crystal house, and gold pavement, and all the trees and the flowers are made with jewels. The land is brightened with light and jewelry. All the trees even singing names of the Dharma, of the teaching, and the Buddhas, and all that. They have to always have that in mind. They have to imagine all that without being disturbed or distracted. Quanning method is easier. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. All you do is just do what I told you. That's it.
Yes.
No need imagine anything.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's so easy, Master. Thank you, Master.
You're welcome. Any other thing? Any other question?
Master, when masters or saints descend as wise rulers or even like military strategists, how are they able to absorb or pay the karma of, I guess, inevitably participating in conflicts and wars?
Okay. These are the force of Maya anyway, the opposite ones. So that the master can absorb quickly because he's a master. It's not a normal ruler. Okay?
Right. Yes, Master.
But of course there is some price to pay. It's not like scot-free, huh?
Yes, Master.
But because such ruler is the master, so they can do it. But mostly in the conflict, these so-called masters, they will try their best to solve the conflict with friendship.
Yes, Master. Yes, Master.
Like King Arthur used to do. And like King Genghis Khan, he went everywhere and people just surrender. According to what I read, very rarely any, resistance that result in bloodshed. That's why he went from one country to another so fast.
Yes, Master.
First, he sent people to talk diplomatically, and then he's helping them instead of possessing their country. And then they let their own people govern themselves also. Not like go and invade the country and take the whole country and rule it yourself. Yeah, he just kind of formed an alliance. And the military action is only when really, truly unavoidable. There's very little bloodshed, according to what I read.
Yes. Wonderful.
Also, you should understand that the Maya is always trying to oppose the master in any way. So they even manifest themselves into kind of shoulders to go and fight with the king's shoulders, but they are not real.
Wow.
Because they have power to manifest. That's easy for them. It's all phantoms. You understand?
Yes.
So even if the king had to kill these opposing army, they are not real. No karma. Remember, just like when I first announced to you that I'm going to make a retreat for 3 months?
Yes.
And then the Maya make a little bird trumpet agonizingly like an elephant.
Yes.
Like an elephant in pain.
Yes.
And then I have to call all of you, even though I did not want to contact any of you at that time. I had to call all of you to come up and search any injured big animals. Remember?
Yes, Master, we remember.
Yeah, that's what is that. And then they send people to my room, but they're not allowed to come in physically, so they come in the astral body and talk very loud, disturbing my meditation. Remember?
Wow.
Yes.
All right. And they even manifest the snake and all that, so to scare me not to go back to my house, or etc., etc.
Yes, Master.
Okay, all right. So similarly, they can manifest into big armies and all that, but it's all phantom.
Yes, I understand.
All right.
Master, I remember a while ago in SMC retreat, Master saying something like Master's level is so high now that Maya cannot touch Master just through the disciples or the assistants around you that cause trouble for Master. But it seems now that Maya is able to disturb Master's retreat and meditation, making it difficult for Master, or was it always like this, or is it recent?
More recent.
If so, what happened now that Maya is able to disturb Master's retreat?
Yeah, I'm also taken by surprise. Because the more disciples I have, sometimes they have different heavy karma. Recently, we have a lot more and more initiation.
Yes, Master.
More than ever before. Before, there's never the big number like 400, 700, something like that, 800, and now it's not an unusual thing, okay?
I see, Master.
And most of so-called disciples, they came from so-called lower consciousness area of the world, and they still contacted or worship like local god or some ghosts or some demons in their local environment to heal sickness or to ask for favors, stuff like that. So when they come, they're full of garbage. And even after they got initiation, if they don't meditate diligently, they just come in and just want some favor or health or benefit or whatever, then these kind of demons and their ex-friend demons or local ghosts or goblins still can trouble them. And then the master has very hard time to always take care of all this. Because these are some lower consciousness area of the world, their consciousness is already low, and they're burdened with all these kind of invisible goblins or ghost energy, and it's harder to take care fast. And then the master sometimes have to bear these consequences.
Yes.
So the Maya will use this kind of weakness time to come and trouble the master, like a leaking roof. That also related to another question. You asked why I cannot tell you anything new about the new realms that I have accessed and passed through.
Yes, Master.
It is because I cannot just tell you everything. Many things I wanted to tell you, but number one, it's not necessary for you to know. Number two, it is the Maya hear it and then he will make trouble.
Yes, Master, I understand.
Even just recently, some months ago, during these few months, I even just disclosed a little bit about peace-related process details. And the Maya said, that will cost me 10% of my own peace from now.
Wow.
From that, because of that. So one time, and then just recently even, because that cost something, you see?
Yes, Master.
So they can disturb my peace. It's lucky that they won't disturb world peace, and that I don't care, okay? As long as the world peace is not disturbed or lessened, then I don't care. Because I reveal some of the info to you, and of course then the world also know how world peace comes about. Even if I did not plan in advance to review some of that. Just some very small part. Not even directly or not even big, not the whole part. And it still cost me 10% of my own peace.
Wow.
That's one of the reasons why the Maya can also disturb me, apart from having a large number of disciples come at the same time, at one time. They can disturb me directly even. No need to go through any of assistant or disciple that day.
Wow.
They even sent directly to me the disturbance through an entity called, he even has a name. He has a title called Peace Frightener.
Wow.
Means frightening you, scaring you. So his name, his title is called Peace Frightener. Even has a title. My God.
Wow.
And that entity manifests his power that rattled the lock chain of my door. It's as if somebody is trying to break the chain and messed it up with the chain, trying to break in. And he was roaring outside my door like a lion, like the sounds of many lions. It's incomprehensible what he was saying. It's just roaring sound.
Wow.
Like, oh, like that, okay? But bigger, stronger, like a loudspeaker. And then it cannot get in the house, so it sent some kind of flow of oppressive energy, dark and oppressive energy, through my door, and to kind of trying to pin me down physically. You will feel that, like physical, like somebody pin you down. The whole drama is just about 1.5 minutes, but it was unnerving. It's kind of unnerving. And I just stay on the chair where I work, waiting for it to come, to face it, to fight it squarely. But it moves away as fast as it comes, thanks to some interference by pressure from the protecting Eosku goddess. Then I feel free again.
That's very
I'm
scary.
not afraid of all that, but I just also need to feel well in order to do my work.
We understand, Master. We
The
understand.
Maya threatened to take away at least 10% of my personal peace. It's not just that he sent some so-called peace threatener to make trouble for me, but he also make other kind of trouble. All kinds of small things, big things, and make my dog sick. Many at the same time, so that I'm really, my head has to really kind of roll around in order to organize all that. It's because all the dogs had to be separated into different rooms from all the healthy dogs, etc., etc. It takes a lot of work, headache. He really punishing me hard, so I have to work as usual and then have no time to eat, no time to sleep, and I have to do all kinds of things like that. Just truly, relentlessly. So 10% of my peace is a lot already, apart from many other things that he does. The Maya, not just 10% peace alone.
Yes,
Master.
So this guy is really hateful. I don't blame anybody if they hate him. So I tell you what I can, and whenever,
Thank you, Master.
Yes, thank you, Master.
whatever you need, okay? You don't always have to need to know. What I tell you is very little anyway, just like a pinch of salt compared to the whole fields of salt making in the whole planet.
Yes, understand, Master.
It's not easy to be a master. You have no idea. I also don't have time to tell you everything about that. You don't need to know anyway. No need. It's not all very happy or pleasant or happy ending or good luck and stuff like that.
Wow.
If I don't have disciples, no one can touch me.
Wow.
Okay? Not even God Almighty. This is what I meant by no one can touch me. No Maya can touch me. But because of disciple, they do. Yeah, new disciple all the time.
Yes, Master.
Master.
And people come in don't always meditate well. They don't meditate. Not all of them meditate well. They come in just ask for anything, healing or whatever, fortune and stuff like that. That's why when Milarepa studied under Maba and before he departs from his master, Maba told him, don't bother to go and save any human. Most of them, they only ask for mundane things. Just go into the mountain somewhere and meditate and practice to liberate yourself. That's be good enough. don't bother with any humans. That's why Milarepa have very little disciple, or no disciple, maybe just followers. He mostly only hide himself in some cave in the mountain, and even have no food, no offering, nothing. He just eat some plant to survive. Some plant that survive in such an area like Himalaya. Just eat them to survive, and then he looked green and grow green hair, just like the plant that he eat. Nettle, I think.
Nettle plant. The
Nettle plant,
yes.
yeah. And because these plants, they have hair, green hair, growing around the leaves. So he eats a lot of them. That's the only thing he can find over there nearby, I guess. And it's easy to find in such a cold mountain like Tibet. That's probably the only plant he can find, or any other similar. So he grows green hair all over his body. His hair also became green. And then people see him in the cave, and they scared. They ask, "Are you?" And afterwards, they come back and see again, and look like normal. But you look so green and grow green hair. Are you a real human, or you are ghost? And he said, "I'm real human." Remember?
Yes.
If you read those stories, yeah. I read it a long time already. I don't know, 40 years, half a century ago. Oh God, time passed so quick.